All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the hidden engineering, the incredible hardware, and literally the astonishing tech that goes into building a modern kitchen. We're going to take a journey from the absolute foundational elements of your cabinetry all the way to the bleeding edge of culinary automation.
So we have to ask ourselves, what is the true cost of a dream kitchen? I mean, how much does it truly take to go from basic raw materials to a staggering $335,000 fully automated setup? It's not just about picking out a nice countertop or a fancy fridge. No, the true cost, and really the true quality of a kitchen, is mostly hidden. It's behind closed doors, tucked away in the joints, or even coded into a robotic mainframe.
To understand this, we're going to look at the anatomy of a kitchen from the inside out. First up, Section 1, the hidden bones, where we look at plywood grates. Second, the blueprint, layouts and costs. Third, the joints, precision hardware. And finally, Section 4, the brain, robotic kitchens. Let's get right into it. Section 1, the hidden bones, plywood grades. We're starting deep inside the cabinetry with the foundational materials that literally prevent a massive investment from swelling and rotting away just because of a simple sink leak. Because, not all wood is created equal. We've got MR and BWR grades. Those are perfectly fine for drier areas. Think upper cabinets or dry indoor furniture. But listen, if you want to avoid an absolute disaster in your kitchen, you definitely need BWP, that's boiling waterproof, or marine grade for literally anything touching water. Your base cabinets and sink units kind of hold their breath every time the sink overflows, right? Choosing the right grade is the only thing that saves them. Now, what's really fascinating here is the contrast between BWP and marine grade. So BWP gets its superpower from undiluted phenol formaldehyde resin. This basically chemically bonds the layers together for high bond strength so it won't fall apart near the sink. But then, marine grade takes it a whole step further. It's chemically treated with copper, chrome, boron. That powerful treatment actually fights off fungi and even termites. It's like the ultimate biological shield, especially if you live in a coastal home or an area with continuous water exposure. So, the crucial point to remember is choosing the exact right thickness for the right job. You can't just slap one size of wood onto everything. You really have to rely on the solid grip of 18mm cores to make sure your heavy cabinet carcass stays perfectly aligned over the years. Then you step it down to 12mm for the cabinet shutters and maybe 6 to 9mm for the drawer bases. Honestly, getting this wrong messes up the entire structural strength of the whole shebang.
Moving on to Section 2, the blueprint, layouts and costs. Zooming out from those gritty wood fibers, we need to look at the spatial footprint because the actual shape of your kitchen drastically dictates your material costs. Take a straight kitchen, for example. It's incredibly compact and budget-friendly. But the second you expand to a parallel or an L-shaped design, which is super popular by the way, your material costs naturally start to climb because of all the extra cabinetry. By the time you reach a U-shape, you're looking at really high cabinetry costs. And finally, the gold standard, the island layout. Well, you're getting a premium layout for sure, but you're also looking at the absolute highest material requirement.
And this perfectly captures the ultimate dilemma. Do you pay a premium for a branded modular kitchen or go with a local carpenter? With branded setups, you get flawless factory-milled precision. They're prefabricated, they have premium finishes, and critically, you get a warranty. On the flip side, a local carpenter gives you handcrafted, highly customizable work, but, and it's a big but, the varying durability and finish are completely dependent on that one person's skill level. All right, Section 3, the joints, precision hardware. Let's zoom back in to look at the gleaming brass, modular pullouts, and smart fittings that give a high-end kitchen its tactile, almost ASMR-like magic. Okay, prepare yourselves because this specific number, wow. That is the astonishing price tag for just one single piece of premium hardware. A Hafele swing-out chef's pantry. That's right, roughly 1.86 lakh rupees. To put that into perspective, that's over $2,000 just for the internal storage mechanism. But when you pull open that tall pantry and those heavy wire baskets seamlessly glide right toward you, you're really feeling the weight of serious precision-engineered metal. So the true cost of a luxury kitchen really hides in these invisible details. Take magic corner units, which cleverly use that awkward dead space deep in your cabinets. Those alone cost around 49,000 rupees. Then you've got Tandem Box Plus pull-out drawers. These things can handle up to 65 kilograms of load. Think massive bags of flour or heavy pots, and they don't sag at all. Add in the silent soft close glide of unsprung hinges and built-in ergonomic cutlery and spice organizers. It's these hidden mechanical marvels that literally transform a basic wooden box into a high-performance workstation.
Finally, Section 4, the brain robotic kitchens. Now we're stepping away from traditional human-built environments entirely to look at the machine-operated brain of the ultimate futuristic kitchen.
Modular Robotics CEO Marco Lanik actually makes a fascinating point here. He argues that handing our cooking over to a machine is going to soon feel as normal as tossing dirty plates into a dishwasher. And sure, right now, a robotic chef sounds like pure science fiction, right? But history shows us time and time again that once kitchen tech proves it's convenient, it rapidly becomes an absolutely indispensable part of our daily lives.
So let's look at how this builds into a real working system. You just walk up to an integrated touchscreen and select from over 5,000 recipes. Then, robotic arms slide out from a top rail to retrieve pots, pans, and ingredients. But, and this is the craziest part, those arms don't just move like a clunky machine. They actually use the exact 3D recorded movements of MasterChef winner Tim Anderson. They prepare your meals with this seamless precision. And hey, if you ever actually feel like cooking yourself, it has a hybrid capability. You literally just hide the robot away and cook manually. It's wild. But, as you might guess, stepping into the future isn't exactly cheap. Outfitting your home with the complete robotic system hits a staggering $335,000. It is a massive, massive premium for what is basically the ultimate convenience.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final thought to chew on. When our kitchens become precision-engineered robots, do we just embrace the sheer convenience of having a meal made for us? Or do we lose the soul, the messy joy and the tactile art of actually cooking? It's a pretty fascinating question to ponder as we watch the heart of the home evolve from simple plywood all the way to an automated, intelligent machine. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive.